Man and flame, it's an ancient connection that I make every day. Bending steel, sculpting timber, I see myself more as an artist than a tradesman. My welder the paintbrush, the steel my canvas.
Just taking a piss, we're here to make this coffee table.
This is a really simple and easy coffee table to make. I made the very first one for my girlfriend and I'm still getting brownie points for it. To get started, you're going to need the following gear. Welder, gloves, mask, grinder with 3 cutting discs, tape measure, engineer's square, drill with one 4.5mm drill bit and one Phillips head bit, 30 8-gauge button head screws, 4 pieces of steel, 25 by 25 by 2.5mm, cut to 1 metre with 45-degree angles on each end. 4 pieces of the same steel cut to 600mm with straight cuts at the end. Cross sections are 25 by 25 by 3mm angle cut to 550mm long. Once you've got everything you need, lay out the 2 rectangles for the top and bottom of your table. Next, fire up the welder and tack weld all 4 corners of both rectangles. A tack weld is where you join pieces of metal with small joins. It's really important these are the perfect angle, which is easily done with your engineer's square. The most common mistake people make here is not getting all your angles square, which will stuff everything up down the line. Now, stand one of the rectangles on its side and position the upright pieces next to it and get them square. Then tack weld the 2 bottom ones on. Time to attach the top rectangles onto the 2 uprights. With the 2 rectangles joined, the remaining uprights pretty much just slot in. It's important here to go back around the table and check all your measurements and make sure everything is square. With the frame finished, the last bits of metal to be added are 3 cross sections to hold the timber, 1 on each end and 1 in the middle. Here's where we do all the major joints, starting with the uprights and working your way around. My uncle's a welder and the best bit of advice he gave me was do the welds at the opposite ends of each piece to stop it potentially becoming unsquare. Once that's done, you've got to grind each joint back to make them nice and smooth. Start with an ordinary disc and grind the weld flush with the steel, and then finish it off with a 120 grit flap disc to remove all scratches and blemishes. Now grab your drill to put the holes in the cross sections for the screws. You've finished the frame. At this point, you can either paint it yourself with a spray can, or if you want a pro finish, send it away to your local powder coating guy. Don't sit around watching paint dry. Start cutting the timber to size. Depending on how thick you want it, just send it through a planer, or if you want a more rustic finish, just do some light sanding. Now, time to screw your lengths of timber to the frame. For inside tables, I like to use a wax on the timber. For outside ones, I use an oil. Nothing to do now except wait for the oil to dry. May as well kick back and have a beer. Once the timber is dry to the touch, it's ready for the living room.